Okay. All right, great. Thank you. Peter Summer of Capital Intelligence at BBN. I was in Puerto Rico a few days there, traveled, saw the situation, and then also saw that I was with the arrival of the president. And we're now calling Hurricane Maria, and this is from the head of the Puerto Rican Manufacturing Association, Hurricane PREPA. And my question is to all the board members of the control board and Mr. Carrion, but also Antonio Weiss, because you're involved. Aren't we now, after PREPA, at a debt to equity? It's gone. It's like saying, let's resurrect Chernobyl plant in Ukraine. It's gone. Can we just get it out of the way? I completely disagree with you. We know Enel and Exelon are interested in privatizing and doing a long-term concession. Puerto Rico led the way with the airports and P3. So this is a perfect chance, one, to get a great investment, start the infrastructure fund that the President of the United States is talking about, and maybe in this way restart Puerto Rico in its best place. I mean, I would like to know why we haven't got the debt to equity and why you haven't kicked out all these board members from PREPA after Whitefish and after this disaster. This is a disgrace of third world dimensions, and this cannot be tolerated in the United States of America.
Thank you. Anybody want to take this? Andrew?
Just to touch on PREPA. I mean, this goes back to something Bert said, where the board is generally in favor of privatizing PREPA, not out of some just ideological disposition towards privatization, but the idea of depoliticizing the system, the idea of setting things on terms which can attract some private capital there. Thinking about the board, there's some disagreement, or the PREPA board, there's some disagreement between the Oversight board and the government in terms of the board's desire to appoint a chief transformation officer for PREPA to move on this. The government's contesting that, and that will probably get sorted out legally. So it is not something where we can just say, okay, you guys are out. It's, again, as I said before, there is sort of some division of power between the board and the government. There's an ambiguity where that division lies, and that stuff tends to get clarified. I'm not in basic disagreement with you on this.
Yeah.
It's a once in a generation opportunity to change the power generation source from oil-fired to natural gas and wind and alternative energy sources, which would be so obvious in Puerto Rico. I would be reluctant to create a monopoly that's privatized, but intelligent investment in the service of creating a more diverse energy generation source and a more resilient grid. That must be a goal in this next phase.
I would just add also, I think just public finance in this country in general is kind of moving in that direction, where you're going to have more private enterprise, private equity, and move to a more market-based model for providing services as opposed to subsidy-based.
Ms. Carrion?
Next question right here, please. Wait for the microphone, please.